Oh.
I'm sorry. That's right there.
I did not ask you if you were ready. I'm sorry. That was my fault. Okay. Honestly,
That's awesome. I like it.
I love that.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I do
All
too.
right.
I do too.
Hello and welcome to the Not Axe Murders podcast, episode number 12, I think.
12. I think 12.
Yeah, this is 12.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
12.
Hi. I'm one of your co-hosts, Flare Gun.
And I am your other co-host, the Water Boy, who just got cut off.
Welcome. Today, we're gonna be doing a Hatchet tier list, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. However, about last episode, I just wanted to clarify something that I said, about the ITF app and like the messages. I was not being like, all I was just trying to say is that ITF, maybe shouldn't reach into all of our like personal private messages all the time, but if you're like screenshotting stuff, whatever, if it's public, that's totally different than like them going into like a one-on-one conversation with someone. That's all I was trying to say. So I hope I hope that clears things up. I'm sorry if that was confusing last episode. So yeah.
Yeah, we were just making sure clarity was made that both of us, our standpoints is that with the new app being released and it being a new communication tool between throwers and IATF, is that when it comes down to code of conduct, if anyone is breaking those code of conduct rules or laws or whatever that IATF has, is that the app can be a tool for them to help regulate and enforce those rules upon the thrower or throwers. So that's all.
Yes. Leave it.
But we still love privacy.
Yeah. Waterboy said it far more eloquently than I did.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right.
We know what we mean.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Axes.
Let me. Okay, wait. Hold on. I know how to do this. Okay. There we go. Oh no. Oh.
So while Flare Gun's looking at that,
yeah.
we are going to discuss hatchets today. We all throw them. We are going to give our personal opinions on these axes and hatchets. We're not talking about big axes today. We're just talking about hatchets for clarity. And everything, obviously, in our opinions and comments are all based on our own personal views. We know everyone else has their own on these axes. So some people can throw some things, other people can't throw this, that. So
we might be having some technical difficulties here at the moment.
No. Technical.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Not
good.
I think I think the recording software is like unironically crashing out. Like,
that's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh wait. Oh, maybe it's back. Hello. Oh my goodness. All right. Now I just gotta readjust. Maybe. Come on. Don't do this to me. Come on.
Don't do it.
Just work with me. We'll find out. Okay, this way. Oh, okay, we're very close. Very close. Okay, so unfortunately, this is gonna be a little whack. Sorry, I've got a lot of tabs open because trying to record all this stuff. And there's a lot, so sorry about that. This might have to be good enough. I don't know how to get rid of this ad. I have an ad blocker on, but clearly it's not working. So
Did you pay the $2.99 to get rid of the ad?
What? No.
Did you pay the $2.99 to get rid of the ad?
Oh, because I get the joke now. The ITF app. No, it's an ad for Progressive Insurance, but I can't get rid of it. Yeah.
Progressive Insurance. Wink, wink.
What does that even mean? What?
That it's not really an ad. That it's for something else inappropriate. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make a funny, Sam. Gosh. You know my
Yeah,
funnies are weird and strange.
that's so valid. That is very valid. Um,
Hey, whoa,
okay.
whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a new word. What?
Valid?
Oh, valid. I said that's
Valid.
so villain.
No! I'm just sick,
Should,
lol.
oh yeah, let's first preface that Sam is sick today.
Oh
We
yeah.
apologize. There might be a couple coughs in there.
LOL, if you don't
Couple.
like coughing, don't listen, I guess. Sorry. Cope.
If you don't like coughing, send cough drops to Urban Access Baltimore.
No!
That is Baltimore, Maryland. Addressed to Sam, aka Flare Gun, and she'll feel better.
It's okay. Please don't drop off cough drops to the Urban Axis staff. Please don't do that. Because by the time this episode is actually out, it'll be like way in the, okay.
I know one Baltimore actor who listens to this who might take that seriously enough to bring them even as a joke.
Yeah, that's why, don't do that.
And you saying that would make him bring it even more.
No!
I
Okay.
think. But that's just my personal preference. Personal opinion.
Okay. Wow. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the rig. It's fine. I'm gonna ignore the technical issue and I'll deal with it later because it's fine. But it's anyway. Axes. So the first one I put on the list. So let's explain how the tier list works first. That would make sense.
Go for it.
All right. We have S tier. This is the best. This is the absolute cream de la creme, however you say that phrase.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, there we go. That's the numero uno. And we've got A tier, which is good, generally good, most circumstances, like, good old reliable. And then we have B tier. B is like, it's not as good as A tier, but they're still good, usable in most scenarios, and it's all right. And then we have C tier. C is like, it might work for some people sometimes, but it's definitely not for everybody. D tier is for dog water, as in dog shit, as in bad, as in stinky poo poo, and F tier is for absolute fart tier. It's don't even touch it, don't buy it, burn it if you have it. It's horrible, not worth anything, and just throw it out. So yeah, those are the tiers. Yeah, and the first, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. The first axe that I have on here is the Axe Gang axe. This classic good old Axe Gang.
That's what you have, huh?
That is what I have. Oh, we can start with another one. That's just the order I put the pictures in there.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably you asking for my preference on that and my opinion on that axe.
No, I was just hoping that we could sit here in silence for the next hour.
All right, smarty pants.
Yes. Yeah,
I love how let me just preface. I love how the most stupidest things I say make you laugh.
Sorry.
And cough. And cough.
Okay.
Axe gangs, they work. They're a solid axe. I think on the flare gun alphabetical rating system, I personally would give it probably a B.
B. Oh, wow.
I mean,
okay.
maybe a C. I mean, I can't argue too much because it's very similar to one of the axes I throw as well. So
Yeah.
shooting on my own axe is not really that bright of an idea. So I don't know what'll happen.
Yeah, I would say axe gangs are great beginner axes, but I will say you can't, I believe, please correct me, I believe you can't throw them stock just like as is because you have to trim the handle down because the handle comes too long.
Correct. Yes.
Um which is fine, but you know, if you just want to, you know, throw it right out of the box, you can't do that. So that's why I don't know. I do like the colors though. I like that it's got the black and then the silver tip. I think that's pretty cool. Um
He likes the tip. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you say
um
that.
uh
My fault.
you're fine. Um and I think one of the coolest parts is the kanji on the handle, but you actually have to cut most
That's
of that
true.
off. So
Yeah.
that sucks. So for that, I would I think B is fine for the axe gang. I think I agree. B is good.
I mean, you're
Um
right. You're right. Out of the box, you can't throw it theoretically
mhm.
because of that length issue. Um, so it kind of makes it like, as a beginner axe, you still have to modify it just slightly. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Um, but you're right. The black painted and then the exposed steel on the tip do make it more of like a distinctive look to it. So, and then the way that the blade flares on the top and the bottom,
Mhm.
at the edge of the blade, do make it a very distinctive look that people can recognize what it is, which is cool.
Yeah, like you see someone walking down the street with a hatchet in their hand and you see that black head silver tip, you're like, "Oh my golly gee willikers. That's an axe gang." You know, like you know when you see it for sure.
Yeah, indeed.
All
So yeah,
right.
I still stick with my rating.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I think B's good. Um okay. So, our next hatchet that we have. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Also, good old reliable, the cold steel. And not, this is just the basic cold steel. It's not the cold steel with the removable head because the ITF goes back and forth on legality if that specific cold steel is legal. I believe right now it is legal, but I didn't put it on here because they flip flop on that one so much. And that one I would put in maybe D tier just because sometimes it's legal and sometimes it's not. So I would just get the regular one, even if it's a few bucks more expensive, because you know you could get the changeable head one and then like in a month it's not legal. So just
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Um, so that's also its twin
Mm-hmm.
to the Axe Gang
Yes.
culture. So they kind of go hand in hand.
Yes.
And I believe the cold steel is what I throw.
Mm-hmm.
I won't shit on it too much. I do own uh I do own like a couple of them.
Mm.
Um and I believe it comes with the same issue of the handle being stock.
No,
I'd
you
have to check.
can. You can.
That
Because
one does.
my handle is stock. I have not cut it, and it's like exactly 16 inches. So it's the longest basically you
Oh,
can
okay.
throw it, but you can throw it stock. You don't need to cut it. And I throw
Gotcha.
it stock.
Gotcha. But that's not what you throw though,
Yeah, it is.
right?
I throw stock cold steel.
I guess I keep thinking I keep watching when you throw your clutch axe.
Oh, my king
That's
of
what I'm thinking of.
diamonds.
My bad.
Yeah.
You king.
No, I have been okay, but I have been transitioning more into throwing that as like a regular bullseye axe, but
Yeah.
that's a whole that's a whole other axe throwing self debacle I'm having right now. So
Yeah. That's all good. Got to find your ways, find your throw, find your what have
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's all good.
while big blades are great for standard, they're fucking shit for premiere. So I think that should also, at least for bullseyes, probably not for clutches are different. Um, but that's something we should also take into account. I personally, I would give the cold steel an A tier because you can throw it stock out of the box. It's relatively like price wise, it's good. I think almost anyone can pick this up and throw it. If you know how to throw, you can throw it like moderately well, no matter what. Um, yeah, and I think it's great. It's a great beginner axe. Yeah, that's what I would say A tier.
I would I would get very close to agreeing that you made a very good point that it is you can be probably any difficulty of thrower, any skill of thrower, and get that thing to stick because you could still tow it in. You could be heavy with it, you could be light with it. Either
Yeah.
way, it'll go head first in, tail first in, and most of the time out of the box, that thing will still stick and save you. um, yeah, it's a again, it's a great beginner axe. Right, the price is really good. You're not going to pay too much for it. A little more than a, we'll probably talk about it, but a little more than a hammerback. But still, for a beginner, it's comes right up right out of the box.
Well,
I'd profile it like I do all my axes, but yeah, out of the box, it's good. I'd probably say B plus if we're breaking it down even further.
okay.
Almost an A, but a B plus.
Well, because I would also say, if you wait, if you're not in a rush to get a hatchet, you can wait because the cold steel goes on sale frequently. So like when
Yes.
if you wait, you can get it for the same price of a hammerback, if not cheaper. But if you're not waiting, then yeah. But whatever you do, just don't buy these things around IATC time because then you'll have to wait like 8 weeks. Don't do that. Just buy them some other time of the year. I had that issue.
That's true.
And
it's also one that a lot of makers like to modify.
yeah.
So if you like to travel or you're starting into your traveling of as an axe thrower, it's always one you'll see typically on a marketplace table from a maker. A maker's always they're easy axe, I think, to turn into something awesome. So
Okay. All right. So I'll put it at top of B because you said B plus. I'm thinking like
B plus. Yep.
I'm thinking low A, but some of these I also haven't thrown, so we'll see.
That's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, well, that might change later on. Who knows? All right. Next up,
True.
we have the distal steel axe head thing, the really expensive bougie one that everyone like froths at the mouth over. Someone sees like a distal steel and they're like an ITF axe thrower and they're like, oh my god, the distal steel, oh my goodness, I've seen it happen in real life firsthand.
I did not do that, I swear.
I think that was pretty close to what you did. It was pretty close.
It was really close. Okay, fine, you're not far off. Yeah, in my opinion, distal steel it's a very coveted axe. Very sought after if you can find one. I like the hatchet, and there's a big axe counterpart to it. We won't discuss it, but distals I think are nice also because if you find one of the older ones, they're typically numbered, so they're stamped with a number on the underside. Kind of makes them a little more significant, a little more important. You kind of have like a one of, say, whatever, how many have been made, so that's kind of cool. They do have a heavier head. I don't think you haven't thrown mine, have you, Sam?
I believe I did actually, yeah.
You probably have once or twice, yeah. It definitely is head heavy, at least mine is. Big shout out to Philly Axe Co. Vin at Philly Axe Co. was the one who made mine, and it's a great little IATF axe. As we spoke, it's all about control. This one's got a head heavy, so gonna give a little extra, but it's a beautiful axe. I think that's why it's also coveted. It's a beautiful head. It's a beautiful piece of art. It's awesome. So
yeah,
I don't think it's perfect. I would say it's perfect, but it's at least an A. It's at least an A in my book.
Okay, I have thrown it, once or twice, and I would say I've really enjoyed when I throw it, but I'm also a thrower that like I do like axes with heavier heads. So I think the distal is also, while it's really good and it works with a lot of people throwing styles. I think it also depends on the throwing style, because if you're someone that doesn't like a heavier head, then this one might not be for you.
Agreed. I think it definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would agree. I would say A tier. I'm happy with the A tier.
Yeah, it can of the actors we've discussed, if you find your groove with it and you learn how to throw it well, it can be an axe that can carry you very far in league or a tournament. It can do a lot, both I think on the premier side of things as well as standard. Just splitting clutches and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, I will say that, guys, this is just our opinions, by the way. Like, if you disagree with us, that's fine. Yeah. Actually, tell us what you think. We would love to know what you think.
I don't know. Just kidding.
but yeah. These are all opinions. So please, they're not facts. Don't eat us alive if like we put your favorite axe in a shitty tier, all right? Anyone can make anything work well for them.
Yes. Very true.
All right.
I think I did preface this, but you said it again. It's all good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think I did.
And
if not, you said it again, so it's all good.
My face hurts. I don't remember.
Your face hurts.
Yeah. Okay.
When you get sick, your face hurts?
Yeah.
What kind of sickness do you have? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It's a sinus infection. Your face hurts when you.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
I thought it was just like a common cold or some little sniffles, you know?
No. I wish I can't get colds. Okay, I'm about to go on a tangent, but I've never gotten a cold. Whatever I get, it's always like, it's like the next level above. It's like my body's just like, yeah, we don't like that the level of cold, so we're just gonna skip it every time. Anyway,
you better knock on wood, girl. You don't get an actual cold. Where someone's gonna give you one, be like, "Here, come here, achoo."
Well, the person who got me sick had a cold, but I didn't get a cold. I got a damn sinus infection.
Level up.
Anyway, that was probably TMI, but Flying Fox, that's what we have next. That's our next hatchet. The Flying Fox. I think I threw this once for a few times. I don't really like it.
All right. So from yeah, I know, right? For my opinion, stock, a Flying Fox, I can throw it, but I can't throw it well. A Flying Fox typically comes standard with a tapered little curve at the bottom of its axe with a little nubby.
A little nubby.
A little nubby. Nothing wrong with little nubbies, but this little nubby gets in my way. Yeah. Like some throwers, I like the axe to throw right out of my hand, and that prevents it. It hurts. Yeah. So I will throw a Flying Fox any day, but it's got to have a custom handle. It cannot have, it has to have at least a straight handle. Unfortunately, I picked up one which you've seen, Sam, that now Russian Viking throws. I could not throw that thing, and now he's made it work. It's awesome.
Wait, the glow in the dark one?
Yeah, the glow in the dark one.
Oh, I haven't seen him throw it. I didn't know that he picked it up.
Yeah, he switched. Oh. He switched. Shout out to Ripsaw. Sorry if that's wrong, but Ripsaw out of Choppers designed that axe. Yeah, and just like Sam said, it does glow in the dark.
It is so cute.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
If I could have cut that nubbin off, I would, but I would be so devastated with doing that just to make that axe work. So yeah. It found a new home. Obviously, he's not allowed to beat me with it. So other than that, he can do what he wants. But yes, other than that, for me, Flying Fox is a beautiful axe out of the box. I would just change the handle off the bat. So
yeah, I think like if we were, the interesting thing is I think we could also completely redo this tier list if we were talking about all of these heads with custom handles, because then a lot of the issues that the axe itself has can be fixed with the custom handle. But if we're just talking about like a stock flying fox, that's what I gotta say. Vomit noise. Um, I also hate the little nubbies. They're not for me. Um, so I would say honestly, but the thing is, I know with the fox, a lot of people are fox diehards. They love the fox.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I think the little nub on the fox is not as bad as like some other axes. So I would honestly, I think I would give this a C tier because I think it's still usable. I don't think it's like absolutely deplorable in any means. So what would
I
you?
think I'm too nice, and I'd probably give it a B. Um,
Okay.
again, yeah, I think what hurts it. You're right. If you're not talking about a thrower making it into their own custom or making it their own by having someone customize the handle to something that fits them, we are kind of more talking about these axes out of the box when you order them from a company.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing about the Fox, though, I believe, at least for me, I am very toe heavy with my throw. I
Mm.
typically toe it in. Um, so I go head first in. So this axe, when it gets to coverage, when I'm going from that premier clutch, I struggled with that. So I couldn't get it to land face. I guess for everyone who listens, who's a coach or whatever you, I could not move myself or change my throw to adapt to get it to land flush. But that was my only other issue with it.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's I've also when I was throwing it, I had some issues where it was like this was I will say I'll preface when I threw it, it was a while ago and I was definitely still learning how to throw because it like I felt like the blade wasn't straight enough, so it would like it would like do this like little seesaw thing and then it would drop and it
So
wouldn't quite stick in. Um
yeah,
yeah. But I think I'll put it I think we should put it in C. But that's my do
okay, yeah.
okay. Okay.
I'm not
Um
gonna I'm not gonna disagree with your lettering.
okay. Well, you can disagree and then we get but we gotta eventually agree so it can go
and
into a
then and then
letter.
we, and then we fight. Yeah.
Yeah. To the death. No, just kidding. um okay, next up we have the Ace Hammerback Hatchet. Bum bum bum.
All right. I will say, to be fair, we call it the Ace Hammerback because in our area, the state of Maryland, we have Ace hardware stores, and it is called Ace because of that brand.
Oh,
I
yeah, is there
think
another name for
I
it?
didn't just Hammerback. I think that's
Oh,
what most people would call it. No, you're fine. It's
okay.
I just wanted to make that preference that if someone's going to a store, like, do you have the Ace Hammerback? Uh, but so it
But
is like the true epitome of the starter axe. It is, I think, $20. It is cheap out of the right off the shelf. Throws perfectly. That was my starter axe. I think I still have that. I might have it somewhere. Uh, if not, I think I had two and I gave one to someone. I think
okay.
that's always the great thing also about throwers, the axes. As you start to grow with your collection or change your axes, you have no need for these other ones. So you're just like, oh, here, you're new to this experiencing, try this. Or you know what, have this. And Speed's like that. Speed's been very good about that too.
Mhm. Okay.
But yeah, I think that's my opinion. I think it's great out of the box for a starter axe right off the shelf. It's great.
So, I've got a little story time about this here
Oh no,
hammerback axe, okay?
she's got beef.
I do have beef, but I like the axe itself. However, finding
However,
at least if you're in like our area, finding a hammerback like good luck. Good fucking luck, bro. I have been so when originally I was told to go to Ace, get the hammerback axe when I first started. I was like, sure. I went
yep.
to 3 different stores and none of them had them. They were all sold out everywhere I went. So then I just got another axe, which is on this list. Mostly because I just hate it so much that it's going into F tier. But um which was it was so bad. But yeah, I if you can order it online, I would also try that because it might not honestly just be in your area. Um I've seen it once at a store after I didn't need it anymore, but I was able to find it at one Ace Hardware once, because every time I go to an Ace Hardware now, I always check to see if they have a hammer back in stock. And I've literally been to like 6, and I've only seen it in stock once and it was way far away. It wasn't even close to so careful, all right? Pre-order that shit online.
Are you sure you're looking down the right aisle?
Yes. And I even asked for when I was first looking, I asked for help. Like, I was like, hey, I think this is supposed to be here. Do you guys have this? Or like, oh, I guess not. And I was like, what? So every time.
Nice.
Yeah. So I would say pre-order it online if you can. But I think it's great. I would say it's a great B tier axe. I think the handle shape is a little wonky because it's like it goes in and then it's got like it curves out and then it kind of like curves in a little at the end. It's got like a chunky thick middle part, which is a little weird for me, but I think it's great. I would give it a B tier.
It's a pretty straight handle for me. So, but you're right. It has like its circumference changes towards the end, and I'm going to say that in a good way. But yes, its handle is stock different. So I can adapt to it. It's fine for me.
It's fine. It's just a little like I can adapt. It's just a little whack.
A whack.
Mm-hmm.
Little whack.
Yeah. What tier do you think? What are you thinking?
I think C.
C?
It's a good starter. Yeah.
Okay.
Try not to be nice and give them all B. I think I only gave one A. So
yeah, only one A. No, we have no S's so far. We got one A, 2 B's, and 2 C's. Okay. Next, we have the ITF Hatchet Head. Hatchet axe. The ITF Hatchet. The wood one, not the fiberglass one.
because we can't throw the fiberglass one.
Yes, even though they sell them because they're whatever.
Yeah. Have you thrown one of those?
I have. I think yes. Yes, I have. I actually think it's like. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I think I might have thrown it. I don't think the overall. My first thought is no. I've never thrown one. I know that's an axe throwing bows throws. Just a little high. Threw it for a little bit. I think he throws something different now. It's just that head. It's weird. I feel like it's weird to throw, but it's probably just because of, trying someone else's axe is always going to be different and weird because it's that axe is most of the time, if it's custom, it's tapered to that person throw.
Yeah.
Which means I myself have to adapt to how that axe is designed to make it stick for myself. So I might be like, ew, this is ugly. It just doesn't work for me. But then again, it's not designed for me. It's designed for the other thrower. So I've never caught on to it, especially since it's our organization's axe that they made for us. But it works for people. I think throwing bows, had it in the beginning, walked away from it, and came back, and she's now figured out how to manipulate it and make it a great thrower.
Yeah.
A great axe to throw.
I didn't throw it like that many times, but I thought it was pretty similar to the cold steel. But it definitely was a little different because it's kind of like the blade width is nice, but then the head itself is like a little weirder question mark, and like the width. Yeah. If you've seen it, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think
the head has very good coverage on the end.
Yeah.
But it looked, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I think it's like, it can work for people, but I think I haven't met a lot of people that are like, it's okay. I feel like people either really love it or they really hate it. So I don't know. I personally, I don't have that much experience with it, but I would probably put it in like B tier.
Which one?
B tier.
B?
Yeah, B.
Oh, B. It's an E. I'm like, there's an E. E for
No,
excellent.
no, there's no E. B is as in bubble gum. I don't know.
That works. I'm with the
Yeah.
bubblegum. Um, yes, yeah. My personal opinion aligns with you. It's an axe for the person who figures it out with that axe. It works for them. It doesn't work for everyone. Um, yeah.
Isn't there like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, but isn't there also like, because I tried to find a picture of it, but I couldn't. Isn't there like an NATF head that's like much older and different, and everyone says that that one's better?
I believe so. Yes. I
Okay.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I have never thrown the NATF head, but I believe there is an NATF head. They don't make it anymore, obviously, because we're not the NATF anymore. But if you've
Yeah.
thrown that one, let us know if you like it, because I've never thrown it. So I would be curious to know what it's like.
Yeah, that'd be fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone at our venue throws one, so that I've heard of.
All right.
But,
Next we
yeah,
have, all right, look, I might be a little bit biased for this next one, okay?
so biased.
I'm
Oh my god.
I might be biased. So we have the Waddle King of Diamonds.
Why on earth would you be biased on that one?
I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because it's like it's a pretty pog axe. That's what I got to say to that.
Do you give a grade G for Gucci?
Yeah, it gets a G tier for Gucci. um
No, that's a great axe. Designed, you said the King of Diamonds, right?
yeah.
Yeah, great axe designed obviously for Waddle, um, Waddle duels because you can just throw it in there and the taper of it is friendly, uh, very friendly to another axe sliding in on it for duels, which is great, or doubles, whichever you want to call it. Throwing bows always makes fun of me when I say the difference, or say duels or doubles. Um, it also has great axe. The head of that blade is really big, so it has great coverage, especially for standard. So Premier a little more tough, but yeah, going clutch though, which I know you love it for clutch. It is great coverage. It's takes that error ratio and lowers it down for you.
Yeah, I really like this for clutch. I would say honestly, as much as I love this axe, I actually also really love the design. Because I love the like it's not like a full hammer back on the end, but it's got that pointed tip, and I think that is so pretty. I don't know why, but I'm just like, ooh, that screams like good. I like it. Um, but I will say it's much better for standard bulls, like you said. I think with Premier, if you're trying to use it for bullseyes, it's much more difficult. For clutches, it's still great. Um, but that's like the issue I'm running into because I'm starting to use it for my standard bulls and I'm really liking it. But I know I'm throwing round one, and I'm like, well, I don't necessarily want to use this for my bullseyes because it is like the head is just so big. So now I'm kind of like trying to find something that has like a similar head weight, but is also like much smaller head wise, so that way it can, actually fit in the bullseye without bleeding out because it's massive. So yeah, I honestly, I would give this I would give this an A tier. You can throw it right out of the box, but um,
Yep,
yeah, I think it's good. It's definitely I would give it an A tier, but also not for beginners tier. That's where I would put it. I think
it's true.
because also it's got a bit of a heavier price point for sure. Compared to a lot of the other axes on here. Um, I think it's like I don't know. It's definitely up there. It's in the top 5, I think, most expensive one here. Um, and I think you can use it as a beginner. Um, but I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little different. That's my thoughts. What are you thinking?
I'm trying not to. Um,
What?
just kidding. Yes, the KOD is The negatives are for beginner axe. It's heavier, so you have to learn to
Yeah.
adapt to that.
Yeah.
The other negative or con is the price. You're definitely other axes are either a half or a quarter of the price of that axe.
Yeah.
But Pro, it's got great coverage again with the size of its blade. It looks nice.
Mm.
Again, that's our biased opinion. And it comes ready out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
You can just take it out of the box, throw it. You know it's going to stick. Comes pre-sharpened. It's ready to go. So yeah, I'd probably give it B plus, A minus. I'll give it A. I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
We'll put that one in A. I feel like this. I don't know. I feel like people are gonna look at this ranking and be like, "What? What are they thinking? This is insane. This is crazy."
What are we smoking?
I know. All right.
You're all hopped up on cough syrup, so
No.
you're definitely making your mind's all mixed up.
Not the cough syrup. Okay. The next one is, what is this one? What is it? It's called,
It's a drum.
oh, the Prandy. I've never thrown this before. It looks
I have
awful.
not thrown. Yeah, don't tell Spicy Ride that.
Oh, sorry, Spicy Ride.
Yeah, before you met him, he was formerly known as Macho Man Brandy Savage because he's threw a Brandy axe. That's all he threw.
Gross.
Yeah, I've never thrown one of those. It's got that immensely tapered head of a blade.
Yeah. And then
Actually, wait.
It also has a big fat nubbin.
Does have a nubbin on the bottom, which, yeah, out of the gate, I give it negative points on that one.
Big fat
Me
negative.
personally, I can't throw it. Sorry, negatory.
Yeah. We're nubbin haters here on NAMP. Sorry, nubbin lovers,
Yeah.
but we hate the nubbins.
That should be a poll we should make. Pro nubbin or non nubbin? Or
Yeah.
yes or no to nubs.
I love that idea. Okay. I would say, even though I've never thrown this before, but I'm not I don't like a lot of taper on my heads, actually. This axe is like everything I dislike. It's like super tapered head, curved handle, fat nubbin on the end, hole in the end tip. I'm like, this thing, I think this goes in D tier, if not F. And I've never thrown it, but like, look at it. It's gross. Sorry if you throw this axe and you love it. I'm sorry.
sorry, Spicy Ride. Formerly known as Macho Man Savage. I will admit though, now that I'm looking at it, I threw an axe when I first started, a German style axe that was designed that same way, the same head style.
Oh.
Mine was more of a straighter handle and yeah. So my apologies. I liked it. It worked for me until I broke the head off. Yes, I was throwing. It was back when I was working at Urban One, and of course, it was after we were done. So if anyone's listening that works for Urban, I was done working on my shift.
Nope, he was breaking the rules. He was breaking all the rules.
I was not breaking any rules. But yeah, I just kept throwing it and throwing it and throwing it, and all of a sudden, I threw it right in the wood, and I went up to grab it, and I pulled the handle, and it just the handle came with me, and the head stayed on the board.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I'm like, oh, well, that's not good. So I never replaced it. I was like, well, shit. So.
Well, you didn't like it enough to replace it. Did you really like it that much?
To be fair, it got replaced once.
Okay.
By a burger.
By a burger?
By a burger.
A burger?
Yeah, by burger, by heavy rotation. Heavy rotation replaced the handle, aka burger.
Oh.
He primarily replaced the model. You know burger. You met burger.
Yeah.
So he replaced it once, and then I think I needed an axe to do. Choppers did a 6-inch handle skill event. Yes, 6 inches. So it was like a head and 6 inches. It was a little tiny nubbin. It was nothing. So you just had to chuck it. And so I was like, oh, I'll sacrifice this one. This should be easy to throw because the head's really small because that's like all you're holding on to. So I chopped the bottom off to use it as a 6-inch thing. So it needs to be rehandled.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
What would you give this one though? Because this definitely looks like, because you said yours has a straighter handle. This looks like it's got
Mine did, yeah.
a big curved dog and a big fat nubbin.
Yeah, I would. It loses points with the curvedness and its nubbiness.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably put it down in the. See, I'm biased. I don't want to be too cruel.
We gotta be cruel. We gotta be cruel.
I know, but I love Alan, and Alan is so nice, and I love some spicy ride.
Okay, Alan is amazing. He is a wonderful human being, but that does not mean that he, you know,
made very good choices in picking axes.
Maybe. And doesn't he throw? Does he still throw this? I thought he throws something else now.
He does. He throws an a waddle ace of spades.
Well,
I believe it's an ace of spades.
He doesn't even throw it anymore.
Well, I know because when he had the Prandy, his axe handle reflected that, and then when he changed axes, he somehow, or I don't remember how. I'd have to hear the backstory on how he became Spicy Ride from that. But
yeah, I'll tell you the story later.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd probably give it a. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it a C.
I think it should go in D. It's even got okay. Here's my
you control the mouse. You could do D. You could do D.
Well, here's my justification. So the other nubbed axes, like the Fox, don't have a hole punched in the bottom, so it's far easier to like shave them down. But this one, it looks like it has a hole for the string, so then it makes it difficult to be able to get rid of the nubbin because of that hole. So you would have to like put more wood in the,
I'll give you the D. I'll give you the D.
All right.
Yes, you can have a D. You also control the mouse, so I can't help with that.
Well, yeah, but if you really disagree, we gotta hear it.
No, it's okay. It's fine. My opinion doesn't matter. It's okay.
No, that's not true. Okay, I'll put it in C. Now I feel like it has to go in
C. I'm kidding. Put it back in C.
Okay.
What do you got? What's next?
Oh, this is the Waddle competition thrower.
That piece of shit? Just kidding.
Okay, clearly we know your feelings on that one. It's weird. I've thrown it before. I like the heaviness of the head, but then I feel like the head is almost too heavy because I feel like the handle is like a fucking paper straw. It's like nothing compared to the head. It's like you're literally just throwing an axe head and air at the board.
True. It's got its bonus points of being a straight handle.
Yes.
But You're right. It's way too top heavy even for me. Another one I started out with was the Waddle. There's so many of them. The Waddle. Son of a biscuit.
Is it the bad axe one?
No. The Waddle. I just typed on my computer. And again, I'm typing on my phone, which is standing next to me. I'm losing my mind. I'm like pushing my keyboard in front of me, thinking it's going to pop up on my phone, which is sitting there because I'm typing on that. And nothing's happening. I'm like, why is my keyboard not working? I'm like, oh, Graham, because you're not typing there. Use the phone keyboard, not the computer keyboard. It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna need to look it up, which is what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, the Corporal. The Corporal is what I used first. I liked it because it was a little bit heavy, so I could just drop it in. But then my wrist didn't like me. If my wrist didn't like the weight, got angry with me. So I like lighter is better. So I put that competition in the same category as the corporal, being a heavy axe, the heavy head, very top heavy. So out of the box, it's probably works for a good person. I probably gonna guess that that head also is not too tapered. It would probably need to be profiled back.
Yeah,
It needs to be shaved off.
I've seen one out of the box. It's like it's chunky. It's like less profiled than the cold steel, I would say.
It big. It's got a thick head. So not for me.
What rating would you give this one?
You get a D.
All right. D it is. Honestly, I kind of agree. Okay. Next we have another Waddle axe. We have the Waddle Queen of Hearts.
My love. No. Moving to a lighter axe, I love the Queen because out of the box, it's a straight handle, works for me. The weight, it's I think one of the second or third lightest Waddle axes they make.
Oh wow.
So for weight, it worked great for me. The blade coverage was enormous. It was, as some people call it, I know some people call the big Colossus big axe from Waddle the dinner plate. It's so freaking heat off of it. This is this is maybe like an appetizer plate.
Oh my god, I was thinking the same thing. What? That's crazy. I was literally like, if he doesn't say appetizer plate in the next 5 seconds, it's coming out of my mouth.
You're gonna steal it. I know you're gonna steal that one. But yes, it's like a nice little appetizer plate, and it throws really true. It throws really easy. Again, out of the box for a beginner axe, it's I think great for either Waddle or IATF. Obviously the big blade though will hurt you if you're doing Premier, but as well as the price will hurt you as well for a beginner. But other those two cons, I love it. For me, it's probably a B axe.
Okay, I would agree with you. I think on B, I've thrown it a few times, and I think it's a little weird for me, but I think
weird?
Yeah, I just don't think it fits with my throw style very well, but I think if I took the time and like actually adjusted to it, I think I would love it. But I just think it's one of those things with like how I currently throw, it doesn't quite sit right, so I would have to make some like changes. But I do like it, and I think it's very pretty as well. 'Cause Waddle has like Waddle either has like really gorgeous axes or like they have stuff like, no offense if you love their competition thrower, but then they also have like whack ass axes like that. And I'm like, how are we designing these? What is this process? Yeah, I agree. I'd give it a B.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
B's rule.
Okay. Next up, we have another Waddle axe. I haven't thrown this one, but I've seen this one around a lot. Not a lot, but a good enough amount that I was like, I should put it on here. It's like the Waddle bad axe, like badass, but like bad axe. I think that's the pun they were going for. It's also a lower price point compared to other Waddle axes. I think it's around the same price point as the competition thrower. It might be a little bit lower, I think. Maybe. I haven't thrown this one, so I don't know.
I haven't either. If you have, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got that fancy little stamp on the rear, little artwork.
Yeah, it's pretty, that's for sure. Got a nice straight handle. Maybe we give it a C tier because it's pretty and we don't know. There we go.
You read my mind. That's what I was gonna say.
What? Oh my goodness. It's guys, it's sharing a singular brain cell hours. Okay. All right. So next we have the Show Pro, which I didn't know that's what the Show Pro looked like. I've heard people talk about the Show Pro before, but I didn't realize that the Show Man.
I did not mean to do that. I swear
No,
again,
it's
I did what
okay.
I was typing on the keyboard thinking it was my keyboard on my phone. I'm just
I'm sorry, that's
hurting
really
myself
funny.
right now.
No, it's
And
okay.
all of a
That's
sudden it
so funny.
changed it, and I'm like, what the heck?
I was like, what?
I know, yeah, why doing that for um yeah, that's so pro.
Yeah. Well, so
The
this.
funny
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna
You go
say
ahead.
this is the house axe that Urban Axes uses, and I just thought it was a house axe. I never realized it was the Show Pro. I hate this motherfucker.
I never liked it either. It's got a taper, it's got weird. The head is really fat. I don't like it.
It's so
Um
fat, bro.
yeah. So the one thing that's always funny, and it's always I feel like the debate about that axe, is that some people call it Show Pro or Shop Pro.
Uh,
There's two different names that people call that axe, and it's like a huge debate. I feel like
wait, why is it two different names?
because if you look at it, do you break it down to SHOPRO or SHOPRO? Show Pro or Shop Pro or whatever you want to call it. There's two different names. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. That's interesting.
We'll we'll dig deeper. We'll ask people at League.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um.
Siege will know. We'll ask Siege. Siege will break it down.
Okay. Honestly,
Anyway,
I would give this a D tier.
D.
Yeah.
I was shocked you were going to say yeah.
No, there's one axe that I hate more than this one. I think yeah.
Okay.
I think that it's okay. Like it's fine at the end of the day. Some people do like it, and that's why I don't want to put it in F either, because I think some people can throw this axe and do it well. I don't think most people can. No. This axe is like a specialty design, like fuck you axe, but some people love it and they can throw it, so I don't think it's like burn it tier, but it's like most people should not touch this tier.
I love how you didn't shit on it, but you hated on it, and you're like, but in the end, we're kind of semi besties. I'm just kidding. I think I'm gonna have to still give it an F. It's
Really?
I don't like it.
Okay, F tier it is.
Of all the axes, I can't I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I also hate the like, I don't know, I feel like the yellow looks so nasty, like the yellow paint on the bottom. I'm like, ugh. Would it just like, I don't know, man. It looks like it was like, or like, here, you want this like piss soaked axe? And I'm like, no, no thanks. Okay. This last axe. This is the other axe that Ace Hardware, the hardware store, carries. And it is called a Vulcan hatchet. It is the absolute minimum weight of IATF hatchet throwing. It is the worst axe ever. It is worse than the Show Pro. It's disgusting. It's got a nubbed handle, but it's so light that it's like you can't. It's bad. It's F tier. Don't buy it. It's like, I think it's like $25. So you like, if you go to Ace and they have this and not the hammerback, don't waste your money on this. It's just a bad axe. You can't really throw it well. It's the nub. Okay, let me preface. This handle bends so weird. So it bends like most handles like will go inward. This handle bends outward, and then it's almost bends like a big axe handle, but on a hatchet. And then the nub on this thing sticks so far out. It's like the furthest sticking nub I've seen. Like, on such a small axe. It's got the fattest ass nub, and I'm like, gross. It's nasty. I just wanted to put it on here to say, please don't buy this thing.
I've never heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm trying to look it up right now, and I can't find it. It must be that bad.
You have seen it because
because
because my second week of League ever, I brought it to League because everyone told me to not use the Show Pro because I didn't know any better. So I guess I just bought that from Urban. I didn't know there was, other stuff. And then I went to 3 different aces and I couldn't find the hammerback, which everyone told me to buy the first week of League. So then this is what I bought because this is all they had. And then everyone made fun of me because it was such a shit axe. So I have a personal vendetta against this axe. I hate this bitch.
It's funny because I've looked it up and there is actually, it looks like there is a Vulcan hammerback.
No, really?
It looks decent because it looks like just an ace hammerback with a straight handle, and it looks solid for a beginner.
Okay, we're not talking about the Vulcan hammerback. This is the Vulcan normal hatchet head.
Don't worry, I'm not trying to save it in any way. I loved your rant about it though. It sounds like it has forever scarred you, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, it's so, because I think too, I got it because I just didn't know anything. And now that I know things, in retrospect, I actually realize how bad it was. And now I understand why everyone was like, joking around, making fun of it. But like, I didn't like quite grasp that when I first got it. And now I'm like, oh, this thing can we just never, goodbye. Just magic it away.
Magic away.
Yeah. That's all the hatchets I had, unless you want to add any more, but that's all the ones I had. We don't have anything in S tier. What the heck would go in S tier?
We didn't even put our axes that we threw in like the highest.
I know.
You did. I didn't. Mine's in a.
Well, you
put mine in C.
You throw a distal sometimes.
I don't actually throw that ever. As much as Russian Viking tries to buy it off me, I'm probably never going to move that thing. No, because I'm now throwing it's a Collin, but it's a Boy Scout axe, so it's really small. I like it because it's a little bit of coverage. There we go. So lots of room for error in the bull.
Oh, I didn't put that on here.
No, it's fine. I didn't tell you about it.
Man,
I didn't bring it up. You're good. Good. Okay, you were sick. We can do a part 2.
We can. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. We should do a part 2. You know what you guys should do? All right, if you are listening to this, you should either comment on our Instagram under this picture. Hopefully we'll post this. I think that would be a good idea.
We will.
Or on our YouTube comments, what axes you want to see on the NAMP tier list. We will also do a big axe one, so you can put your big axes there too. But for part 2 of hatchets, tell us so we can put more axes on here. Especially if you've got some weird shit. That'd be cool.
Things we haven't mentioned.
Yeah. I can't believe there's nothing in S tier though. I'm really surprised.
I just didn't want to be too nice, I guess.
Oh. I feel like the only... Well, how are you feeling about the rankings? Is there anything you want to move?
Good point. Vulcan to S.
Shut up. Absolutely not. Vulcan to S, my asshole.
Just kidding. I'm content right now. I think if we get a second run of axes, we can shift things up.
Yeah. I think I actually like this. I do like this a lot. The only thing that I'm like maybe we should move from down from A is the King of Diamonds, but just because it's not like I don't know, I feel like it's not super beginner friendly, but I don't think that makes it a bad axe. I think it's still a really good axe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would say the distal's not beginner friendly either, to be honest.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Actually, I'm happy with this then. I think it's Gucci.
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 Gucci
Wah.
for this time, for this round.
Yeah,
Come
for
round
this
two, we'll
round.
see what happens.
Yeah. Things might get moved. They might get shifted. Oh.
Might get shifty.
Yeah. Um.
Swifty, sorry. No, wait.
Wait.
Dang it. I'm trying to think of the reference from Rick and Morty. What Rick always says when he gets really drunk.
I don't really watch Rick and Morty.
Dang it. Rick. Well, I guess you're gonna have to start.
I mean, I've tried. I just don't think it's like. I think okay. Look, I think that I'm a naysayer sometimes, so I think that like it got too popular, and then I was like, oh well, I can't watch this anymore. Everyone likes it, and that's so it's not cool to like.
Oh, get Swifty.
Get
Let's
Swifty.
get Swifty.
I
Yeah.
like that though. Let's get Swifty. That's pretty cool.
I'll have to play it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll show
Okay.
you a league and then we'll go
Okay.
from there.
Okay. Hell yeah. Um.
Yeah.
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 But that's what we got. So thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode of
Can I have a ponder for you.
Oh yeah.
I have a continuance for you.
Oh, what's your continuance?
My continuance is, do you think there should be a rule in, well, it might not apply to league as much,
Okay.
but more in tournaments. Should there be a time limit after your name is called if you were not present to start your match?
I think that's really hard because I think that
That's what
it
she said.
Sorry. I was like not prepared for that. Well, I think it depends on the venue location, right? Like some venues are a lot smaller and that's a lot easier to manage versus like really large venues. But like also like, you know, what if you're in the bathroom and you're literally fighting through a sea of people to get back to like your throwing area? You know what I'm saying? Like I think it depends on how
Yes,
long the
but
time limit is.
so this is my argument. You tell me what you
Okay.
think.
Okay.
If a time limit is enforced, so say they say flare gun, you're up,
Mm-hmm.
and you are not present, that there should be a time limit that should be started once you were announced that you're up. But the caveat being like, oh, be considerate if it's you are like, I gotta go use the bathroom. I know I'm probably gonna be on deck the next game or the following.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not back, at least someone else knows versus me just being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's not really an excuse, but at least someone knows where you are.
Yeah.
They don't keep yelling your name because
Yeah.
you have the secondary person waiting for you, just twiddling their thumbs.
Well, like.
So I feel like there should be some sort of time
Mm-hmm.
because then every venue follows the same rule. So that you can't be like, oh, well, so and so at this venue doesn't enforce or doesn't have this rule. It's something that's enforced from IETF across the board.
Okay, so, but how long of a time limit? Like, what do you think?
3 or 4 minutes, maybe 4 at the most. When you think about it, that's kind of a long time. You're just standing there for twiddling your thumbs.
No, I think
or twiddling your axe.
I think 4 minutes is a good time. Like, if if you were thinking like 1 to 2 minutes, I'd be like, whoa, that's a little, like. But I think I think even 3 minutes might be a little short. I would say like 4 to 5 minutes. Um, but I think that's fine. Because then like if you're really making the other person wait more than 5 minutes, then I think that's like not fair to them, and it's not fair to all the matches like behind you. Especially if you just disappear. If you tell someone like, hey, I need to use the restroom or I have to step outside. This is like really important phone call, whatever. And like you tell someone where you're going,
You need to
then
smoke
like,
or something. Yeah.
yeah, like that's a little bit more reasonable. But like if you're just disappearing and then you're not showing up when you're called, then yeah, like I think a time limit would be fine. As long as it's not like you got 30 seconds. All right, get your axes on deck now. Drop ship right now. That would not be good.
I think the other variable though is the, depending how big of a stage the event is. So say if it's a major or a grand slam, a venue needs to find a way to require, or IATF should require them to either have a way that throwers can follow the matches on either their portable devices
Mhm.
or on a projector wall,
Yeah.
so that you have a prediction of when you're coming up. Because there could be, say, multiple rooms, and you don't know which, if both rooms, say, have the same color arena, you could totally be like, all right, I know I'm up in black arena, but it doesn't say which one. So which one should I wait in? So if you wait in one, it could be a 50-50 shot. You're waiting in the wrong one. They keep calling your name and you don't hear it if they don't have a PA system or something like that. So I think
Yeah.
a way that they can integrate you being able to follow when you are up and the transition, the order of how they're going to proceed through the tournament, through their A matches and into the B, etc.
No, I think that's a great like caveat. Honestly, I would love a PA system. I think that would be hella annoying, but also so nice at the same time. I would be like, shut up, but also like, oh, whenever I'm called, thanks, appreciate it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, because then it's not fair if you're like expecting people to, stand in the same spot and wait for their match for 3 hours, say if they're in like A bracket, but and it's a super massive event. And then, say then they do leave and then that's when they finally get called and then the venue's big, they don't have enough time to get back, whatever, then that sucks for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
I think that's a good idea. Um, yeah.
So someone made a suggestion. It was actually JC. That they should buy the little tiny beepers that restaurants used to give out when your
Oh my
table's ready.
gosh, yeah.
I thought that was brilliant because then you could be holding it the entire time, like, oh, your match is up, you're buzzing. And then, yeah, you give it to the person who's scoring, they turn it off, and then they reset it again once your match is done, if you're still in, in the tournament or not.
Yeah,
I think that's perfect.
I love that. That would be great. That would only suck though. I think that would be hard if like you had like thrower scorekeepers or like volunteer scorekeepers. I don't know if they're easy to reset or not, but like that would be the only thing.
I don't either.
Yeah, but that would be
But
so fun. Oh my gosh, everyone's got their own little like pager. Oh my gosh, and
yep.
then we could do like you could put stickers on your pager. I don't know how that would work, but probably not. Maybe not. um yeah.
Cool. Well, that's
Um
awesome.
yeah. Are there any events that you are going
Oh,
on know of? Words?
I was going to first say good
Oh.
luck to everyone who is participating in round one.
Oh
This
my
episode will
gosh.
probably
Yes.
be, yeah, this will probably be out after round one, but everyone who
Oh,
will participate and after the fact,
it's
good luck.
definitely
I hope you
gonna
did well.
be out before round one, hopefully, but
Oh, before. Okay.
okay.
Well, good luck to everyone.
Yeah.
Have fun. Remember, tits up, slow down. You got this. So
Breathe.
just have fun, breathe, have fun.
Yeah.
So and good luck to Flare Gun on her first round 1 adventure.
I don't know how I got into round 1 before I threw my 81, but sure, we're gonna go with that. So I'm just throwing for shits and giggles. I don't give a shit. We're just
Have fun.
yeah, exactly. Because I know round 1 matters to a lot of people and it's really important to them. So, you know, that mental game is the hardest part, but you got this. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing off the top of my head I could think of.
Okay.
That it's coming up. But it always is after we finish recording, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I said that.
Yeah.
It always happens, and it always will.
Well, if you guys are, if you're local, if you're local-ish, you know, urban Baltimore, feel free. There's a Facebook page for Maryland Axe Throwing. That's always there's events that are posted in there if you guys are looking for axe events or the other, you know, you guys know how to use Facebook. I hope you do. If you're listening to this, you guys can find axe stuff. We'll keep putting out events, but you know the drill. Check that Facebook feed.
Exactly. If you are local, I believe it's on the 13th of April. Medusa Meadery is having a marathon on that day. For local, check out also Battle Axe up outside Wilmington, Delaware. Choppers always has stuff going on. Us here at Urban Baltimore, I don't believe we have anything coming up, although we are looking for more signups for our. It's going to be too late to mention this, but too late for doubles for starting tomorrow. Tomorrow being Monday. But yeah, that's all I can think of. There's a fun for those of you who are like Waddle and IATF. There's Throw Ohio in the first weekend of May. So it's an unsanctioned fun event of just a nice mix of different duels, knife, big axe, hatchet, all thrown into one exciting event. So that's happening in outside of Cleveland, Ohio, and I believe Medina at Timber Beast, I believe, is where it's happening. So yeah, Timber Beast in Medina, Ohio. So yeah. And there's probably tons of stuff happening in Pittsburgh too. Yeah. We all know Pittsburgh's always got stuff going on.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh's like, peeps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
that's all I got. I can remember. So.
All I got too. So thank you guys so much for
as always.
Yeah, for watching or listening or whatever. That's it. So we'll see you all next time. We're not axe murderers here.
We're axe throwers. Don't forget to send your cough drops.
What?
Don't forget to send your cough drops.
No, don't. I don't need cough drops. Fuck. I'm just gonna stop recording now. All right, bye everybody. Goodbye.
Bye everyone.
Make sure to subscribe.
What?
Subscribe or else. Yes. Okay, goodbye.